Okay, so we're solving by factoring, but it's got a more complicated GCF. So here's the main point here. If you don't know how to factor already, you probably should go watch a more basic video. But if you know how to factor something that looks more normal, like for instance, let's say it's a 3x squared, or just even x squared minus 25, and you know that's x plus 5 and x minus 5, then you know the process of solving. You just factor it, and then you set each of these parts equal to 0. X plus 5 equals 0, x minus 5 equals 0, and you solve your little two mini equations there. X equals negative 5, and x equals positive 5. Now that's if it factors nicely and easily, but this one has something that you have to do first. It's not that complicated, but it looks like it's complicated because it's like there's an x at the beginning that's an x to the third, and you almost never see that. Well, it's just because they've buried an x in each of them. So if you factor that x out, then what you have left is 5x squared plus 11x plus 2, and that part will factor like you're used to. At least I hope it will. 5x and x makes your 5x squared. And then you got to think, well, how can I make a 2 with two numbers? Well, it's got to be a 1 and a 2. And there's only pluses in this equation, so I can assume that these are plus. Now I got to check myself and make sure I didn't goof it up, which I did, but I'm going to check that's 5x, that's 2x, that makes 7x. It's supposed to make 11x. So I can tell then if the numbers are way off that I got to move the numbers to a different spot. I'll put the 2 here, and I'll put the 1 here. Now, when I do my outside, I get 10x, my inside, I get 1x. That makes 11x just like it's supposed to. So, moral of the story, we just needed to get an extra x factored out of everything, and then it factored like normal. Now don't forget, this is going to have its own solution. X equals 0 will make this whole equation equal 0, and so that's one of your roots or your solutions. But then the next one is 5x plus 1 has to equal 0, so I subtract 1 from both sides. 5x equals negative 1, and x equals negative 1/5. And then, lastly, this guy, x plus 2 needs to equal 0. Subtract 2, and you get x equals negative 2. So, I have x equals 0, x equals negative 1/5, and x equals negative 2. And that required a little more complicated factoring at the beginning. That's all I got for you for that one.